What's going on, guys? So today we're going to go through the EMF number 35 chain sprocket set real quick and just take a quick look at upgrading the sprocket to a bigger front. So on here right now we have the 35 chain size with the rear, I think it's like a 65 tooth, and up front we have a 9 tooth. So we actually have the DetFab chain delete bracket on the back of this thing right now to have this thing sitting without the chain tensioner, which has been a nice move. So when we're looking at this, we have different gear ratios. Now, just briefly talking about it, we can basically say a higher gear ratio with a bigger number is going to be more torquey with less top speed, where we have a lower gear ratio being less torquey with more top speed. Now, depending on what motor you're running, I kind of recommend different things. Now, with a My 1020, you're not going to want to go with a super low gear ratio because you're going to kind of stress that motor and battery out, pulling more amps to get going, and it's kind of harder on everything. But when you get kind of a bigger motor like a KR5V or FW11 or something like that, maybe some of those ECs, they are going to take those amps and create more torque, so we can kind of gear down to get more top speed without losing that much torque because they're so torquey essentially. But looking at how we get our gear ratios real quick is basically you're going to take your number of teeth on your rear sprocket and then you're going to divide it by the number of teeth on your front sprocket. So right here we have a 65 and a 9. So 65 by 9 is right around a 7.2. So that gives us a 7.2 gear ratio. Now we're going to change this to an 11 up front today, and that's going to put us closer to like a 5.9 gear ratio, dropping over a full point. So guys, we should be able to finally break that 50 miles per hour on one of our Razors with changing that up and running the KR5V with the EMF 72 volt, dumping some amps into it, and we are on a far driver here as well. So we'll go ahead and change this out really quick and we'll go for a quick spin. WD-40 is our best friend here, so this is what I always recommend to try to get these off on stock motors or whatever, always when people ask. But we got it off, just be very gentle and work it side to side. That was obviously a pretty rough one, so we'll put this puppy on here and we'll cut a new chain to size because this old chain's definitely, I think, going to be too short. Alright, that's a pretty big difference. We can see a big size change there. Make sure and get this guy back on there to keep it tight. And remember, this is reverse threaded, guys. If I forgot to say that in the beginning, this is definitely reversed. So normally righty tighty, lefty loosey, so righty loosey, lefty tighty. Brake 55. Alright, pretty tight, not crazy tight. Because it's reverse threaded, it's not going to loosen. So that guy's on there. We'll grab a chain. Alright, I like to come up through here first. And I'll actually probably have to loosen our DetFab. I think a big tip on this is you want to make sure you get your motor dropped low as it can and get your chain as small as it can be. Alright, so we're back over to here. We did pull that through like I said. Now we pull this kind of through and feed it. So we're gonna line this up here. Alright guys, so we're back, and that number 35 set with the 11 tooth front that we're trying to switch to, that didn't work. We now have a half link for. Kind of a weird little thing here, but this is a half link. So it's gonna hopefully get us that exact position we need. So we're gonna go try to throw this set back on. We also got the welded freewheel finally, so pretty sweet upgrade there. So alright, so we can see here that we got the half link in that got us exactly what we needed. Last time we were just short.
for getting this on, so pretty stoked to go ahead and get that guy on there. And guys, remember, always make sure that this is pointing the same direction as your arrow on your wheel, like the hoop is, like that. So if it goes through the motor, it gets hit on rather than off. So we'll get a needle nose and we'll pop that on there. Alright, so we'll tighten that motor up a little bit there. Alright, so you can see that little slack. I'm going to just put that up. I don't want it super tight. Just want enough that it's not crazy tension. Alright, we'll lock that. Guys, I think it's ready for a post office time run, so you guys can check that out. But other than that, I think we're pretty set. Might have been a little tighter than I wanted it, honestly. Alright, so going out for a few rides, I have tested it at a full charge, and we've seen right around that 59, 60 mile per hour mark for top speed with this specific set. We're tuned to like 130 amps, so we are throwing some good amps at it. Now, keep in mind, this could be different for your wheel size or how much you weigh, or you know, what kind of train you're on or something like that, but this is just a test that we did to kind of give you an idea of what you can get out of it. So I hope that helps you guys, and keep tuned for some other videos. Check out the full video of us talking about the RSF build with the top speed of it, so you can see it all. So if you guys want to follow along to some of my builds that we have here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and we're always here for any questions or anything you guys need. If you guys did like the video, go ahead and like it, but we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.